This video will be a full tour and documentation of this 2016 Kia Sorento LX. This Sorento is painted in Remington red.
It does have chrome door handles. The front door panels do have storage areas with bottle holders. And of course you've got power windows, door locks, and mirrors. Wood grain trim.
Cloth seating is standard in the LX trim, and this one has the stone beige interior color scheme.
This is a fully powered driver's seat. And now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. On the key, you've got the buttons for lock, unlock, power tailgate release, and panic.
The Sorento is Kia's mid-sized SUV offering. The Sorento made its US debut for 2003, and as of the 2022 model year is currently in its fourth generation. While the first generation was a true body-on-frame SUV and was rear-wheel drive based, the Sorento became a front-wheel drive based unibody crossover SUV for its second generation, and it has been one ever since. This 2016 model we have here represents the Sorento's third generation, which was produced from model years 2016 through 2020. The Sorento was completely redesigned for 2016, replacing the outgoing second generation, which had been sold here since 2011. For 2019, the US market third generation Sorento got a mid-cycle refresh. The 2019 refresh subtly updated the styling, gave it a few new features, and dropped the available turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. 2020 was the last model year before it was replaced by the all-new 4th generation Sorento for 2021. Anyhow, back to the 2016 Sorento in this video. The 2016 Sorento is offered with either 2 or 3 rows of seats for 5 or 7 passengers respectively. The one we have here is a 5-seater with 2 rows. Trim levels for the 2016 model year include L, LX, EX, SX, and the range-topping SX Limited. Available safety tech for 2016 includes things like adaptive cruise, lane departure and forward collision warning systems, and so on. There are 3 different engines available for 2016 depending on the trim level. The first is a 185 horsepower 2.4-liter inline-four, which is what this one has. From there, there's a 240 horse 2-liter turbo 4. The top engine is a 290 horsepower 3.3-liter V6. The base inline-four is only available on the L and LX models. No matter the engine, the sole transmission is a 6-speed automatic with manual shiftability. Front-wheel drive is the standard drivetrain, but all-wheel drive is an option. In Kia's 2016 crossover lineup, the mid-size Sorento is the largest, slotting above the compact Sportage. Competitors in 2016 included mid-size 2-row crossovers like the Ford Edge, Chevrolet Equinox, and Subaru Outback.
The instrument cluster houses 4 analog gauges, including your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge, and in the center here is a digital information display. It has a 4-spoke design, leather-wrapped, multifunctional steering wheel. There are sport grips at 10 and 2. And as for controls, on this side you have your cruise control along with the information display controls. And then on this side, you've got your hands-free phone controls with voice commands along with your audio controls. And it is a tilt and telescopic steering wheel. The vehicle's parking brake is foot operated. Your electronic fuel door release, brightness adjustment, traction control, air vent for the driver. Right here is your exterior lighting stock. And on this side is your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, you got a speaker up top, air vents on either side, CD player slot. Right here is your whole radio head unit, or infotainment system. And it is a touchscreen, although it is a very small one, but you do get a touchscreen, which we'll go over in a bit. Volume power knob, seek track, tuning knob, and then a bunch of shortcut buttons for the infotainment screen. Your hazard light button, passenger airbag indicator. Right here are all the controls for your single zone climate control. Below that are the controls for your 3-stage heated front seats. Behind this cover you have some storage, along with a USB port, an aux port, and 2 power outlets. Putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera. Next to the gear shifter are 2 cup holders. And then behind it, you got the button to toggle your parking sensors, your drive mode selector, along with a little bit of storage. Drive modes are Eco, Sport, and Normal. From there you have more storage, and a center console to reveal a larger storage area with a removable tray, and it also has a USB port. The glove box is lockable. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors and lights. Auto-dimming rearview mirror. There are grab handles at all 4 corners. And on the overhead console, you got a sunglass holder and your overhead lighting. And we'll have a look quickly at this infotainment system with that small touchscreen. Right now we're on audio. Right now on FM radio. You also got XM. Just push that, and then the AM FM button takes between, well, AM FM radio. Media for anything you might have hooked up to it. You could have a CD in there, or USB connected. E-services, sort of like roadside assistance. You have roadside assistance, vehicle diagnostics, that kind of stuff. You got phone for pairing a phone, and then you push setup, it takes you to this home menu, takes you to your main setup, voice control setup, display and system setups. So I think that pretty much covers that. Anyways, let's go ahead and roll down the driver's window. The driver's window is fully automatic. And have a look at the engine bay.
Standard on the LX are these 17-inch 5-split-spoke alloy rims. This LX is powered by the Sorento's base engine for 2016, which is a 2.4-liter naturally aspirated inline-four. It's a dual overhead cam 16-valve power plant with continuously variable valve timing and direct injection. It produces 185 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 178 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 RPM. Sending that power to the front wheels of this Sorento is a 6-speed automatic transmission with a manual mode. Running on regular unleaded with an 18.8-gallon fuel tank, front-wheel drive Sorentos with the base 2.4-liter engine get an estimated 21 mpg in the city and 29 mpg on the highway. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a multi-link rear suspension. Stopping the Sorento are 4-wheel disc brakes with the front ones being ventilated. 2.4-liter models can tow up to 2,000 pounds when properly equipped. Base curb weight for the front-wheel drive Sorento with the base engine is about 3,700 pounds.
As you saw earlier, the fuel cap is located on the driver's side. The rear door panels also have little storage areas with bottle holders. There are 60-40 split folding rear seats to aid cargo space. Both front seats have storage pockets on the backs. Back here you have a power outlet and a USB port. Also coat hooks on either side back here. Got a folding center armrest with 3 cup holders. Now I'm about 6 feet tall, and I put the driver's seat where I would probably have it if I was driving. And comfort back here, being a mid-size crossover, is not too bad at all. Legroom, I can put my feet underneath the seat, and my legs are just almost about to touch this. But that is, of course, someone of my size in the back seat behind the front seat where someone of my size would be sitting, so always keep that in mind. Chances are if you're a smaller person or the person in front of you is going to be smaller, or both, space will probably be even better. And headroom is not a problem at all back here. Single exhaust, rear wiper.
Five-seater Sorento models offer 38.8 cubic feet of cargo space with the rear seats up. although you can fold down the rear seats to increase that figure to 73.5 cubic feet.
Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2016 Kia Sorento. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.